Do you keep reaching burnout and want to know the mindsets to avoid to prevent it? Well, in this video, we're going to be sharing with you 6 common mindsets that keep fueling your burnout. Hi guys, welcome back to our channel. I'm Yasmin and I'm Nadia. If you haven't subscribed yet, be sure to hit the subscribe button below and the bell so you're notified every time we upload a new video on how to transform your life from stressed and unfulfilled to joyful and balanced. So many of you who have been with us for a while know that we had extreme burnout for many years, and we had certain beliefs and thought patterns that were creating that burnout and fueling that burnout, and we're going to share with you those mindsets today so that you can avoid them and prevent burnout for yourself too. So the first mindset to avoid is comparison mindset. So a common way of thinking that fuels and creates burnout is comparison to others. And with high achievers particularly, what they tend to do is they compare themselves to the top of their category or industry. What happens when people compare themselves is that they usually cherry pick what they're seeing in others and compare their own shortcomings to another person's successes. So what a lot of people don't do is that when they're comparing themselves, they don't look at the other person as a whole and do a fair comparison. For example, if you have been spending the last 5 years building a home or working on your self-improvement, but you've just started to build a business, what can happen is you can look at someone who has a thriving business and compare your business to their business, not taking into account that they've spent 10 years working on their own business, and you're also disregarding the time that you've spent on working on your self-improvement and building a home. This is not only an unfair comparison, but you're also looking at things from a very narrow view by not taking into account the full picture. And what can happen is this can cause you to push yourself with unreasonable expectations because you're comparing yourself to someone else, which then eventually leads to burnout. When you realize that everyone's journey is different, we are all unique with unique strengths and weaknesses and goals and missions, then you realize that comparison is really a waste of time. Instead, focus on your own goals and your own purpose. So the second mindset to avoid is the all or nothing mindset. The all or nothing mindset involves us thinking in extremes. Either we're all in or don't bother. Either we sacrifice everything or we give up entirely. Or we work all the time and become successful, or we rest and achieve nothing. It's probably not difficult to see how even adopting one of these mindsets can put you at serious risk of experiencing burnout over and over again. You need to take a more balanced approach if you want to avoid burnout. Try to find some sort of middle ground every time you catch yourself thinking at extremes. To do this, you need to have a belief in balance and that you can work and rest and still get everything done. Rather than telling yourself that you need to work 2 hours straight or not bother at all because there's no point, you need to get comfortable with finding a middle ground or in between, like working maybe 2 lots of 30 minutes or 45 minutes instead. Pushing yourself to go all in or sacrifice all of your rest, joy or other interests has no longevity. You'll just get burnt out and have to take months off to recover from your burnout, and then that will cause you to be even further behind or get less done in the long term. So you may as well take things at a reasonable pace so you get more done in the long term and you can do it in a more healthy and balanced way. The third mindset is an externally focused mindset. Do you believe that once you achieve certain goals, make a certain amount of money or acquire a certain amount of possessions, you'll be happy, prove your worth or be good enough? If you believe that achieving things outside of you is what's going to give you a feeling of self-worth or make you feel happy, then you'll forever be chasing more and trying to do more, and you'll be left feeling burnt out time and time again. When we were younger, this is exactly what we experienced. We built the habit of always striving because at the time we thought that acquiring and doing more meant more self-worth. We did this for a number of years until we realized that we kept on achieving and acquiring more and more, but our sense of self-worth wasn't actually improving. Why? Because external things cannot fulfill internal needs. Your sense of self-worth comes from accepting yourself as you are for what and who you are. Your qualities as a person and the person you are on the inside is what creates happiness and self-worth. Nothing in the outside world will change that. It all starts from within, so turn your focus inwards. Of course, have goals and aspirations and enjoy life to the fullest, but don't depend your self-worth on the success of those external goals, because you will keep striving and burning out and you'll probably feel empty by the end of it. The fourth mindset is the perfectionist mindset. This mindset is one of the most problematic when it comes to burnout. The reason is because even your best is not good enough, your fastest time completing a project is not fast enough, and your highest score is not high enough, which means that you can always do more. With this mindset, nothing is or ever will be good enough. Even in your greatest and best achievements, all you'll notice is how things should have or could have been better. This mindset therefore feeds overworking and overdoing things, because where things can be better, you can always do more. And while you're doing more and more and more, you will eventually reach burnout. It's important to realize that perfect is an illusion and your worth is not tied to your achievements. Now, we do have an entire video on perfectionism and how to overcome it, which we'll link down in the description box below. The fifth mindset is victim mindset. When you have a victim mindset, you may say things like, I have no choice, I have to do it. Because of my circumstances, I have to work this hard. I can't stop now, there is nothing I can do about it. This mindset makes us feel as though we have no control and all the power lies outside of us. With this mindset, you end up thinking that you are not in control of change, or that others or the situations of the world is the reason for your circumstances and level of unhappiness. When you feel trapped like this, you end up burning out very quickly because there is a level of resistance to everything that you do. You don't feel like you have a choice in what you're doing, and that resistance is tiring. With this mindset, you only see limitations and feel stuck. But what you want to do is get curious about what you can change. Take control of your situation. Realize you have the power to change your circumstances one step at a time. Start by saying things like, I am in charge of my life and have control over how I feel. I am choosing to do this because this is the life I want to create. I am the creator of my life and circumstances. These statements will help you to feel empowered, and you'll start to see options and choices and possibilities that you don't see when you have a victim mindset. And this means you can start to make changes out of a stressful, burnt out and tired lifestyle. The final mindset is the life is serious mindset. If you have the mindset that life is very serious, so anything that involves joy or fun or entertainment should be avoided at all costs because there's too much work to be doing, then you are probably on the road to burnout. Not everything in your life is about reaching some sort of result or outcome as fast or efficiently as possible. If that becomes the purpose of your life, then you only do things that feel productive or you think are useful, and you'll eliminate or say no to all the things that can bring you joy or true fulfillment. Life is for living. It's not a business contract. You don't need to cut off all the fun along the way and get to your deadline. It's only as serious as you make it. So make time for things that bring you joy and enjoy the ride rather than rush to the finish line. If burnout is something you're really struggling with, then we do have a free masterclass called Burnout to Balance, which we'll link down below, which will take you through some more tips and ways to get out of your burnout. That's it for today, guys. We hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please like, share, subscribe and comment. And until next time, thanks for watching. Bye.